Sir, I got net score or number of correct, sir.
Correct and incorrect.
Sir, 163 correct, sir.
163 करेक्ट। हाँ, तो मेरा एक जूनियर
Yes,
है,
sir.
उसका 167 करेक्ट है, तो उसके 100 रैंक है। 173 करेक्ट पे 12 रैंक है। रैंक वन के पता है
Yes, sir.
कितने करेक्ट है?
पता नहीं, सर.
सो
I
वी आर
guess
लाइव।
175. Yes, sir.
So we are live. Welcome, Avinash. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Avinash, who is a student of PW MedEd, and he secured an amazing rank of 224 in this INICET, and he has a very good rank in NEET PG also. So he got a rank of 404 in NEET PG and a rank of 224 in this INICET. So congratulations, Avinash. Great rank. NEET PG counseling is already underway, and I think you must be participating in this NEET PG counseling as well. So first of all, heartiest congratulations. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Pleasure having a meeting with you, sir.
But the pleasure is all ours here. You guys are the ones who do a lot of effort, and we are just very, I think we play only 10% role in maybe guiding you a little bit, but it's all your and your only hard work. So, first of all, Avinash, congratulations. Yes. Let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about how many corrects and incorrects did you get? How many questions did you attempt?
Yes, sir. I went a little aggressive this time, sir. I felt this exam will be written by many students, so I felt a need to attempt all the questions, and I attempted 200, sir. So
200.
I got 163 correct responses and 37 as incorrect, sir.
Okay, so 163 correct is and 37 incorrect, and a rank of
Yes, sir.
220.
Yes, sir.
So, but amongst these questions, do you think that there were questions in which you randomly guessed also? There are some questions you could have left in which out of the four options you had no idea about anything?
Sir, in the entire paper, I felt around 5 to 7 questions. I don't even remember that I can eliminate a single option, sir. But still, I went with my instinct. And remaining ones, I guess it's the stress of the exam, sir. Also, like during the exam, my system did not work in between. So I
Oh,
was changed to another system. During
oh.
my first set only, I was changed. So actually, it disturbed my rhythm, sir.
Mm. That is a very big issue, not a small issue at all. Because when you are in that mental state of giving an exam, you are in that you are zened out. You are in that zen mode. So that's a very big issue, and still you got a rank 224. It's commendable. So did you face any time management issue?
Yes, sir. Actually, the first two sections I got were of third and fourth year subjects, sir, mostly. It's predominantly medicine, surgery, and obgyny. And in the third set, I had anat, physio, and biochem. In that section, the questions were little lengthy when compared to first and second sections. So in the third section, I felt the time was little cramped, sir.
So the questions were not evenly distributed throughout the paper.
No, sir.
Subject wise, they were distributed.
For third and fourth year subjects, they have distributed among first, second sets. In
Okay.
the third set, what I had got predominantly anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry, sir.
And fourth set.
Fourth set, it was patho, pharma, and micro, like a little bit that was integrated, came in first and second sets, and which was pure micro in the fourth set, sir.
Okay, so they have divided also now this time, and this is true for other students as well. If when you talk with them.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is interesting. I think this happened for the first time. This wasn't the case with NEET PG, right? And the MAI.
NEET PG, no, sir. NEET PG, it was very randomly distributed, sir. Every section has randomly distributed questions. But INI even May, it was the same issue, sir. First section I had got anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. Second, it was pathopharma micro. So it was in that order, but the sets remained the same, sir. For all people, it was like pathopharma in the same section mostly.
The fourth set, patho pharma.
Yes,
Okay. So now we'll briefly talk about your preparation strategy, Avinash. So please
yes.
give us a brief introduction about yourself to the viewers. What is your background? Where have you done your MBBS from?
Yes, sir. So actually, I'm from Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Okay.
But my parents are settled in Bangalore for the last 8 to 10 years, sir.
Okay.
So it's mostly a hybrid of both states.
Okay.
And I have done my MBBS from AIMS Bhubaneswar, sir.
AIMS Uneshwar, so you've done great. And so
Yes, sir.
this was your, when did your internship complete?
This year, January, sir.
Okay, this year, January. So you gave May I9
Yes,
and
sir.
this NEET PG. So tell us
Yes.
what was your rank in the May I9 to all the viewers?
Yes, sir. My May INA rank was 563, sir.
Okay, so 563 in the May I9, then 404 in the NEET PG, and now 224 in November I9. Great.
Yes, sir.
So tell us your preparation strategy. When did you start preparing seriously for NEET PG?
Sir, actually, my initial focus of preparation was on MLE, sir. I had cleared my MLE last year in October. And till this year, March also, I was not sure whether I will give INA or not. But
Hmm.
in the midst of March, I changed my mind and hardly I got any time for preparation during May INA, sir. It was roughly 2 months I had got.
So
So
what?
then after May INA, I uh, understood that I had the concepts, but I lacked some MCQ practice, sir. So for NEET PG, it was predominantly going through the previous year's topics and doing as many MCQs as I can. Because this was the first time I had ever gone to this INI preparation or NEET PG per se. So my serious preparation started from May itself, sir.
Okay, so and which resources of PW did you use?
Sir, I was uh, subscriber of the main video, sir. I had the entire package, sir.
Okay, great. And
So
so
I had taken right after, yes, sir. Right after my May INA got over, I took the subscription and I started watching revision videos. And wherever I felt the lacunae, I watched the main videos and I used to solve custom modules, sir,
so
throughout the way.
throughout the way. So which all subjects did you like? Which all revision videos, main videos did you watch?
Sir, I love radiology, sir. Obviously, I was a fan of you. I was watching your videos right from the start, sir. I guess at least 2 years back, you and Aditya sir were making videos. I was watching you from then. So I had watched entire radiology. I watched surgery. I watched pharma. I watched patho.
Okay, great, great. And so you solved the custom modules of PW also.
Yes, sir.
So what did you like about the platform, about MedEd, about PW?
Sir, I was very pleasantly surprised that it is not as well known, but the MCQs here are of another level, sir. When
Okay.
I see the MCQs, I really felt very good, sir. Those type of MCQs, if you prepare yourself, you can ace any kind of exam, sir. I don't think you will get that kind of exposure in any other platform. Honestly speaking, I never had that much question practice before, but to the least I have seen, I did not get that kind of exposure, sir. Either they were single liners or we can easily eliminate the options and we can answer the questions. But in PMED, what I particularly found helpful was the question pattern, sir. Definitely, it was more clinically oriented. It was never a single liner and it was never a kind of revision kind of thing. It's always making you to think differently. So for any kind of exam, whatever MCQs we solve, in the exam we'll find at least 20 to 30 questions that are entirely new and
Mhm.
that requires a instinct to answer them. So solving these kind of MCQs will definitely help.
Great, yeah. Thank you for that those words, and a big shout out to the content team. So Dr. Hara is our content head, and he takes the pain to review almost all questions upon a personal level, and all the faculties of Medet review all the questions on a personal level. So thank you so much for those kind words. Now let's talk about your MBBS journey. So you mentioned that predominantly you were a USMLE aspirant. So I believe you had given few
Yes.
steps. So which steps
Yes, sir.
have you taken?
I had cleared my step one, sir. I actually planned of giving my step two in March, but due to some reasons, I had changed up my mind and again focused on May INICT, sir.
So I assume you have read first aid for your assembly.
Yes, sir.
So how did that book? Because you mentioned you started your preparation after March, and I assume for
Yes,
first,
sir.
second year and few subjects all more, your core knowledge would be based on first aid, right? So how did
Yes, sir.
that help you in your NEET PG?
Sir, definitely first aid per se. If we have a strong base during MBBS, even during the first time read, we can accumulate a lot of knowledge in a crisp and concise pattern, sir. So if we have our foundation strong, reading the first aid for at least once, for at least INICT, it definitely helps, sir. Hands down, for patho, micro, and pharma, it definitely helps, sir. So
Okay.
these are they are picking up lines from the first aid and they are incorporating it as a statement, sir.
Yeah, even I read first during my PG preparation, and very good source for concise information, I believe. Now, let's come to your revision.
Yes,
Let's come to your revision strategy now. So, since your plan changed after March, you had a limited number of months in which you had to plan your revision. So, number one, how did you divide the time to be allotted to each subject? And number two, which resource did you now pick? Because you had limited time.
yes, sir. So actually, sir, uh, it was not a revision kind of thing, sir. It's more of finding my weak areas and just seeing them once, sir. So I never faced a thing that I have to revise the entire subject, but I had some lacunae, sir. Especially in pharma, definitely INICT asks new drugs and all. So I was reading first aid, but I could not answer those type of questions, sir, which are very factual based and which are very new introduction of drugs. Those kind of things I was never able to answer, sir. So I mainly focused this limited amount of time on those particular topics which I feel I did not cover during my MLE preparation, sir.
So, regarding final
S-
year subjects,
Yes, sir. Final year subjects, since my MBBS was strong, sir. Actually, I had got around seven gold medals in my MBBS, sir.
okay, okay.
So most of my things were sorted in the MBBS itself, sir. During my third and fourth year only, I have watched videos and I have solved some MCQs. I have prepared well for my exams and I attended the clinics as well
So
without
for
skipping them frequently.
so for these subjects,
So it was,
yeah,
yes.
sorry.
So I did not face that much of an issue for third and fourth year, except those recent advances or any classifications that are specific to INICT or needs. But apart from that, it was more or less what I have read in MBBS is consolidated here, sir.
So you had your MBBS knowledge, your notes from MBBS, which you again referred to during your internship preparation, as far as I know, right? And
Yes, sir.
for question practice, you use PW MedEd's QBank for solving and reinforcing concepts and testing yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir. It was mostly the same, sir. Like for fourth year subjects and third year subjects, third year I did not pay that much attention, sir, since Because those are obviously short subjects apart from PSM, Opta, and ENT were short. And final year, the core subjects I have focused much of the time during initial days of my preparation, sir, because they are mostly concept oriented and they don't require that much factual knowledge to answer them. Apart from the clinical scenarios, that will be like if you solve the questions and if you're thorough with the concepts, we can easily answer. But short subjects, during the last few days of my preparation, I rewatched the revision videos once, and I noted down the important topics which I need to revise before the exam previously. So I visited them once, and that is how my preparation went, sir, for third and fourth year.
So revision videos you watch for third and fourth year.
Yes, sir.
Main first उसमें से important topics from maybe your main notes for the main videos and then sort queue bank and done.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Now let's talk about how much time you allotted for each subject. So let's say you it is March and now you're targeting NEET PG which is in July and maybe November INICET also. So in your calendar, what schedule did you make?
Yes, sir. So actually, sir, for surgery, OBG, and medicine, whatever might be the state of my preparation, if even there are 50 days, I usually spend at least 10 days for those three subjects, sir. Definitely, it's a bare minimum that we have to spend on those minimum subjects, sir. And we have to have at least 1 or 2 reads before that this kicks in. This within these 10 periods, if we want to complete those three subjects completely, we have to have the base to finish them in that short period of time, sir. If it is a first time read, it's definitely tough to finish it within 10 to 15 days of period. So I had initially planned for medicine, surgery, OBG, and then second year subjects, patho, pharma, micro. Then I was very weak at anatomy, sir. Frankly, like I am very weak at anatomy. So usually I keep it at the end. Anatomy and PSM, which has some factual knowledge, I usually keep it at the end. And during last 10 or 15 days, I usually keep them for short subjects, sir. So mostly it's either predominantly factual based like derma, psyche, and or in the first year it's like biochem.
Okay. So that is how you divide your time period. And this was during your revision,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Let's say after NEET
Yes,
PG,
sir.
you've gotten a good rank, you've chilled now for like a week or two, maybe a month, and now the exam is now
Yes.
60 days or 2 months away. So this is how you divide those 60 days or 50 days. So first 10 days for medicine, surgery, obs and gynae, followed by second year path, micropharma, followed by anatomy, then minors and biochem.
Yes, sir.
And in between,
Anatomy would be at the last, sir. Actually, I keep anatomy like last 5 to 10 days. I keep it as late as possible because personally, I am not a huge fan of. Yes, sir.
okay, yeah, so it remains fresh and you don't have to revise it again. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
And so let's talk about your weak subjects, because everybody has some strong subjects, everybody has some weak subjects. So you mentioned anatomy one is your weak subject. What were your other weak
Yes,
subjects?
sir. Uh, my other weak subjects per se, I would keep
So, okay, your weak subject is only
Dharma,
okay.
Dharma, sir. Dharma, Anat and Dharma. Because they are
Anatomy.
mostly factual and I have to revise them definitely. Those are my weakest parts, sir.
Hmm. So how did you tackle anatomy? Anatomy is, a dreaded subject for most of the students. So anatomy कैसे पढ़ी?
Yes, sir. Sir, what I have seen with the question pattern during the last 2 or 3 years, or even last 5 years, INICET papers or NEET PG papers, they are not focusing on the core anatomy, sir. If you see the paper, core anatomy is only like of the anatomy questions. If 10 come, they're only core anatomy, only 2 or 3, sir. It's mostly clinical based. So if you are strong in the other subjects, you need to focus only on the core anatomy part. Even the recently conducted INA also, if you see the anatomy part, it's like a core anatomy. There are hardly 4 or 5 questions, sir. Two embryology and two gross anatomy. Apart from that, they are mostly integrated with other subjects. So what I felt was if you're strong in the other subjects, if you're strong, suppose if you're strong in ortho, if you're strong in OBG, they'll have integrated questions here. And if you're strong in surgery, they will also have integrated questions here. So it covers a huge chunk of anatomy there, sir. And what we need to focus is on the gross anatomy part or the core anatomy part that needs to be uh, dealt in multiple time periods, sir. That has to be based on focused revision, like it has to be a timed revision. You need to revise it every week. It's there is no excuse for not revising anatomy, sir. Like it's heavily fact based, especially this core anatomy. So I usually dealt it like that, sir. So I had fixed in my mind, if 10 questions come, if I am able to solve 5 questions in anatomy, I'm good enough. So that was my preparation strategy. And but after NEET, I had focused on anatomy, sir, because I had got some time now. So I had focused on anatomy, sir.
So regarding anatomy, since let's say now you're dedicated 10 days for anatomy after NEET. So tell us how
Yes, sir.
those 10 days are divided. What will you read? How will you proceed?
Yes, sir. So anatomy, if I see, it's predominantly upper limb based, or it's cross section based from radiology images. They are giving some cross section, and they're asking what is the vertebral level. So they are all integrated, sir. So mostly what I have seen, this head and neck neuroanatomy, upper limb, and this cross sections, they carry at least 70% of the syllabus, sir.
Hmm.
And if you follow it up with histology and embryology, it covers around 80 to 90%, sir. So
Hmm.
apart from that, thorax, abdomen, and lower limb, which we feel are important, are not important to the examiners. So usually they give hardly 3 or 4 questions from those topics, sir. So I dedicated most of the time to these major chunks, sir. So mostly head and neck, neuroanatomy, and upper limb, and cross sections, and that's it, sir. Relations. Some minor thorax and abdomen and
So,
lower limb.
so for these subjects, you refer to the main notes of these subunits, or you straight away started with revision notes of these units?
So till NEET, I could not do the main revision, main videos, sir. So I went with the revision videos, and wherever I felt I did not understand that particular topic, I went back to the main videos and referred to them, sir. But after NEET, since I had got some time, so I have went through the main videos and gone through them, sir. Head and neck, these neuroanatomy, which are particularly important for INICT. What I felt, I went through the main videos.
Okay, you went to the main videos. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Think that is the whole idea that if I were to summarize anatomy revision for a student whose anatomy is weak, so first of all, do previous year questions, get to know कि भाई पूछ क्या रहे हैं, what is asked, what is being asked in anatomy, short down those topics, write them down, and then maybe start seeing the revision videos first. You'll get an idea कि okay, what is the crux of those subunit, what I need to focus more on within those units, and then for those important units maybe go on to watch the main videos or the main notes.
Yes, sir. True, sir.
And let's talk about then medicine. Again, the second important subject and very tough subject for a lot of students to cover is medicine. How did you cover medicine?
Sir, medicine for me was my happy subject, sir. The time I wake up, I first take up medicine, sir. Even if I know everything, I'll take up the medicine and read something extra, sir. So medicine was always strong for me, sir. I think since I'm strong with my patho, pharma, and micro, medicine was more or less 50% covered, sir. So the core medicine part, I felt easy, sir. So I divided my medicine preparation based on system wise, sir. So if I take up a system, I will definitely cover the physiology, and I will cover the patho aspect, pharma aspect, and at last I will come to the core medicine part of that particular system, sir. So I divided the medicine part into various systems, and every 2 days I used to change the system, sir. And right after I complete a system, I used to do previous year's topics. I used to do some custom modules, sir.
Okay. So let's say I'm
So
dedicated.
in that way,
Yeah.
so that way, I saved a lot of time, especially when I was reading patho, pharma, and medicine simultaneously. That saved a lot of time. So otherwise, If we go on reading medicine, we don't know what they can give, and it takes a lot of time to cover. Since it's a very huge subject, going through all the notes and all is also difficult. So I made it like that, sir.
So just let's dissect it a little bit. So let's say you're revising pharma. So you have read pharma or path from first aid. You have given step one, and let's say you're reading
Yes, sir.
antihypertensive drugs for cardiovascular system in pharma. Right?
Yes, sir.
So once you're done with the drugs of the CVS, then maybe you will go to the medicine aspect of CVS and read the related cardiac emergencies, cardiac management algorithms. What is your plan in mind? How you do it? How do you do it?
Y- Sir, are you asking about a particular system, sir? How do I do a particular system?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. When it comes to a particular system, I usually start with the patho, sir.
Okay.
I start with the path of that particular system. Then I move on to pharma, sir. So pharma, what I concentrate are what are the new advances and what are the important side effects that can be asked in the exam. So usually I take note of what are the important drugs that can be asked and what are their main mechanisms of actions and major side effects. And then I go on to core medicine part, which I keep it like pharma only, sir. If I am reading antihypertensives, first I will start with what is the management of hypertension, what are the emergencies, and what are the guidelines, and all. I will go through in the particular way only, sir. If I am starting antiarrhythmics, I will then go and read the antiarrhythmics, what are the types of arrhythmias, what is the management, and all. So I went whatever what it was in the pharma part, I went through the same, sir. I never change. Like I will read antihypertensives, then I'll go to arrhythmias and all. I
Hmm.
never did like this. So when I was reading antihypertensives, I'll simultaneously cover up the medicine part. Since it hardly takes another 1 more hour to cover up these emergencies or particular points about that subject. So I felt it was easier to do it with pharma together.
So let's say someone who is planning their schedule for NEET PG 2025. So it is a good idea that whenever they are uh, planning their pharma and path revision, they also include medicine along the way. It will save time. It will help in better integration.
Yes, sir. Definitely, it will save time, sir. If they're even good in micro, they can integrate even micro here only, sir, because it covers the entire aspect of the questions that can come from the particular topic. If they can incorporate micro, it's well and good. Otherwise, these three subjects they have to be done together. What I felt was if they are done together, it saves a lot of time, sir.
Okay, that is, I think, a very valuable advice to all the students who are listening to this podcast, to this interview. And even I feel, because core medicine is very big and not so high yielding. You can spend 10, 15 days, 20 days also reading medicine and it will still feel less and you feel lost.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's a very good idea to integrate clinical medicine with your pharma and path because those are the type of questions that are asked now, right? Now,
Yes.
one becomes your integrated systems, then anatomy is totally separate. I think another very important subject for NEET PG and INICET is obs gynae. Because obs gynae,
Yes.
there is no overlap. Good questions, clinical based, concept based questions are asked in obs and gynae. How did you cover them? How did you cover OBG?
Sir, per se, OPG, what we think, which is the most important thing in our MBBS, which is labor. Suppose what we think in our MBBS, mostly faculties will ask about mechanism of labor or different things in labor. That is the least important thing, as we have seen multiple years questions. They will not ask what is the mechanism of labor or something. They'll definitely go clinically. So definitely you have to have core concepts in OPG, sir. What I feel, it's a major subject, very major than medicine, sir. If you ask me to rate OBG, I will keep it higher if it comes to scoring part, because medicine, whatever you read, there are at least 4 or 5 questions you cannot answer, sir. They'll pick up some. new advances or random guidelines, and they will keep in the exam. But OBG, if you have prepared properly, you can answer the full. There is a 100% chance that you can answer all the questions, sir.
I think OBC is the most important subject.
Yes, sir. We have to keep OBG as a major subject, sir. And what I have done during preparation for OPG is I have splitted it into ops and gynae, and ops also I have kept the most important things at the starting, sir. Like I usually keep the medical emergencies in OBG at the starting part, and labor, which is the least important at the ending part. Apart from the complications that are seen during the different stages of labor, I
Right.
usually keep anything that is medical towards the starting and anything that is surgical towards the end, sir. Even in OBG. And gynae, it's mostly gynecological malignancies and some mostly management amenorrhea and management of AUB, which they predominantly asked. So while revising also gynae, if you have a proper clinical knowledge, you can answer even without revising it once more, sir. But ops, definitely you have to have one proper revision and proper understanding of the concepts. Then only you can answer, sir. Because the questions are very simple.
Yeah.
If we see the questions at the first glance, they seem to be very easy, sir. But the trick lies there. They usually keep the trappers in the questions, sir. So which is a particular subject where we cannot even in spite of knowing everything, that is a subject where we can make a lot of mistakes, sir.
Yeah, that
So
is true.
definitely, I yes, sir.
OBG students should
So
invest a good amount of time, I think, understanding the concept and revising it.
yes, sir. And even what are the core what are the core areas where they're concentrating has also to be kept in mind, sir. When we were reviewing previous year's questions, there are a fixed set of topics, but they go in depth. It is mostly previous year's topics rather than previous year's questions. Especially for OPG, they have a particular set of questions, but they keep on revolving around that, and they keep on twisting the question there and here, and they usually keep it there, sir. So OPG definitely it requires a lot of understanding, sir. We cannot read a suppose there is a blueprint, and we cannot read the blueprint and go to the exam and make a house there. So
Right.
definitely we need to solve a lot of MCQs with respect to OBG. I felt solving MCQs is very important, and understanding concepts is very important, sir.
Okay, great. Now, just few more questions and we'll wrap up today's
Yes,
interview.
sir.
Now, for let's say
Yes,
one
sir.
month is left before the exam or 2 months are left before the exams. So, did you have your own revision strategy in mind that, okay, this is the timeline with which I'll revise with my own resources, or you had some other resources that you used for revision?
No, sir. I understood by May INICT, I understood that I should never switch the resources, sir. The more I switch resources, the more I keep jumbling between resources, especially during the last 1 month or 1.5 months before the exam. It keeps a lot of your brain doesn't concentrate on the exams, sir. So it goes apart like hell, sir. So I had faced it in May and so I had fixed up my mind that I will not go for any other resource. So for NEET and INA, I did not change the resource, sir. Whatever is my primary source, I stick to the primary source. Anything that is extra, I will just watch that part, but not go through the entire thing, sir. Even if I find some subjects which are good in other sources, I will never go back and watch everything, sir. I will see that particular part and it's done.
Okay.
So if we are going through everything of that, it's we are not able to get what we don't know. It's like everything what you know, they are keeping it in a different way,
Hmm.
and in exam we will see it in a different way. So it's more of understanding things rather than switching the resources. We'll see many resources where they'll say revision and all. But the crux is that what resource we have, it covers 90% of the questions,
Okay.
and which is more than enough to secure a good rank. Yes, sir.
Now, final question. How
Yes,
many
sir.
years previous year question did you do?
Previous year's questions for INA have done. till 2015.
NEET PG?
For NEET, actually, I did not do many, sir. I did till 2018.
Okay, so 5 years for NEET and 8 years for INICT.
INICET.
तो लाइक यू
Yes, sir.
हैड अ प्रिटी गुड आइडिया कि ओके यार 10 साल हो गए 8 साल हो गए यही पूछा जा रहा है तो यही पूछा जाएगा मतलब
Yes,
देयर
sir.
इज नो रॉकेट साइंस बिहाइंड इट.
Yes, sir. Initially, like during my initial days of preparation till May, I was never sure, sir, like what question can come, what question they can ask. But after May, I got the hard reality, sir. I got stuck by a very huge town, sir. So I thought my knowledge is not going in the right way because I was not solving previous year's questions that frequently and not concentrating on the previous year's topics. But for NEET and I had changed my strategy and I have concentrated on previous year's topics because I had a strong base.
So that is a great. I think this is what is mainly required. People, I don't know why, but people unnecessarily complicate this whole PG entrance scenario. I mean, the blueprint is right in front of you. Solve what has been asked, get to know what has been asked, read those topics in details. The end.
Yes, sir. Only we have to concentrate on things we can revise at the end, sir. It's like
Yeah.
not keeping, if we are reading even 100 resources and we are reading 100 new things, it doesn't matter at the end of the exam, sir. In the exam, it matters only if we can answer the question or not. Even if we are good enough to eliminate two options, it's easy to answer a question, sir.
So, ठीक है, Avinash. That was, I think, a very good interview from. I mean, I really like talking to you, and this is how I also prepared. Knowing what is being asked, reading that topic in depth. So, this is what I did. कि अगर कोई question आ रहा है इससे breast cancer से अगर एक question INI में आना है, then I need to know everything about breast cancer. So, I would read NCCN guidelines. I would read my coaching notes. I would go and even read practicals of breast cancer कि भाई palpation examination वो सब कैसे करते हैं सर्जरीज क्या होती हैं breast cancer की पैथोलॉजी में breast cancer में क्या क्या molecular markers हैं तो those topics need to be covered in toto in depth and that is the crux of preparation. So thank you Avinash, it was really nice talking to you. So what are your plans now? So INI में भी रैंक है नीट में भी रैंक है क्या प्लान है?
Sir, as I said, sir, I was very interested in radiology, sir. If it was MLE, I would have taken internal medicine, but INA, it was fixed from day one, sir. From day one of my BBS, I was thinking to take radiology, sir. So it's not going to change. So I'll take up mostly in NEET only, sir. I'll take radiology in NEET, sir.
Yeah, great. Yeah, radiology is a great branch. Very diverse. Again, head to toe knowledge you get.
Yes,
And
sir.
you remain in touch with a lot of things. Uh, Good future, good salaries, a good work-life balance. So all the best,
Yes,
Avinash.
sir.
If you have any query regarding
Thank you so much.
you have my number. So any radiology-related query, you
Yes,
can
sir.
obviously message me anytime. All the very best for your NEET
Sure,
count,
sir.
and I hope you get the college
Sure,
job.
sir. Thank you, sir. Pleasure, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Pleasure, sir. Bye, sir.